In the dark heart of Cold War Germany, a secret force emerged that would become one of the most feared and oppressive organizations in modern history, the Stasi, or Ministerium for Staatssicherheit, the Ministry for State Security. Created in 1950, just 5 years after World War II, the Stasi was the East German regime's ultimate weapon of control. Under the shadow of the Soviet Union, East Germany, officially the German Democratic Republic, GDR, vowed to protect socialism from enemies within and without. But the Stasi's real mission was far darker: to keep every citizen under constant surveillance and crush even the faintest whisper of dissent. At its height, this monstrous machine employed around 90,000 full-time officers and relied on over 170,000 informants, meaning that in a population of 16 million, roughly 1 in every 50 East Germans secretly worked for the state. Neighbors spied on neighbors, friends betrayed one another, and even family members became informants. Husbands and wives didn't dare speak freely behind closed doors. Every home, school, church, and office was a potential listening post. The Stasi had eyes and ears everywhere. What made the Stasi truly terrifying wasn't only its reach, but its methods. While other secret police forces used violence to control populations, the Stasi specialized in psychological warfare, a chilling tactic known as Zersetzung, meaning decomposition. Instead of openly arresting people, they destroyed their lives from the shadows. Agents might move your furniture when you weren't home, intercept and alter your mail, spread lies about you at work, or call you at night just to make you question your sanity. Their aim wasn't to kill, it was to make you doubt your own mind, to isolate you until you broke down completely. Through this quiet torment, they eliminated opposition without bloodshed, creating a society of fear and silence. Every phone call could be tapped, every letter opened, every conversation overheard. The Stasi collected more than 100 kilometers of files filled with reports, photos, and evidence on millions of citizens. They even kept jars of people's body odors for future tracking by dogs, proof that no detail was too strange for their obsession with control. Living in East Germany under the Stasi was like existing inside an invisible prison. People learned to keep their thoughts to themselves, to smile when they were angry, and to trust no one, not even their own children. Students were encouraged to report on their parents, and artists, priests, and intellectuals were seen as enemies of the state. Thousands were imprisoned, blackmailed, or coerced into becoming informants themselves. Fear was so deep that many East Germans came to censor their own minds, living double lives just to survive. But even the most powerful secret police cannot stop the tide of history. In 1989, as the Berlin Wall began to crumble and protests swept across Eastern Europe, the GDR started to collapse. The Stasi panicked, frantically shredding and burning their documents in a desperate attempt to erase their crimes. Yet when citizens stormed Stasi headquarters in early 1990, they discovered mountains of evidence, millions of files detailing decades of betrayal. It was one of the most shocking revelations of the 20th century. After Germany's reunification, the Stasi archives were opened to the public. For the first time, ordinary people could read what their government had written about them. Many discovered the unthinkable, that lifelong friends, neighbors, or even spouses had been spying on them. Families were torn apart and trust was permanently broken. Today, the Stasi files remain a powerful reminder of how far a government will go to control its citizens, and how fragile freedom truly is. The Stasi turned an entire nation into a surveillance state where privacy was a myth and fear was a way of life. Their story serves as a chilling warning. When power becomes absolute and when the line between protection and persecution disappears, humanity itself begins to decay. The Stasi may be gone, but their legacy endures, a symbol of how tyranny can thrive not only through violence, but through silence, suspicion, and the destruction of trust itself.